Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and today I'm trying a new puzzle game called Room to Grow. Just because it is pretty simple, I'm just going to show off the controls. Up, down, left, right. There's an undo, restart. There's selecting a level. There's a way to go back to the menu, and X is question marks, which I'm curious about. But yeah, I have seen very little about this game. But basically, we are a cactus who can grow in various directions. And we can also push around certain objects, and possibly even ourselves, in reasons that I don't understand. I'm pressing to the left here, and failing to go that way when I bump up against walls. And I think the goal is to actually get the cactusy bit over onto the goal circle target. So I think in this case, I could just do this, and it grows flowers. Alright, and I guess that was level 1. And so now we can go over here and enter level 2. I know very little about this game. It's relatively new, and got some favorable ratings on Steam. So here's my idea for this one, maybe. Actually, let's undo. I think I would prefer to do it this way. There we go. I've done it. Genius. My impression of this is that it's only kind of short to medium length, and it's going to be kind of medium difficulty. There's a number of optional puzzles, is my understanding. But I don't know, we'll explore together. Ooh, this time the cactus is not on a grid. So I think there's a mechanic where basically I can grow this way and push my whole self and the pot and all the things that come with me. And so basically we're doing this, and therefore I can push the cactus like that when it's between tiles. And I think at this point we might have seen everything I know about the game, just about. Alright, so that was our intro level. There's a signpost here. Can I interact with it? No, it just says cactus to the right. Oh! Oh, I guess maybe that was the tutorial, and now here's the actual level 1. Or maybe there's different zones, and we finished the tutorial zone, and now we're in a new zone with level 1. So in this case, it seems like I'm going to need to push this thing both left and down. So if I want to get it to the left, that seems easy enough. I can push my whole thing to the left, and if I want to get it down, that also seems easy enough here. But it does seem like there's boundaries in terms of you can use up all the available space and not be able to push in certain directions. So that's going to be some of the constraints. But let's go ahead and try level 2. I'm going to just try to do the levels in order to the extent that I am capable of doing so. So I'm going to need to push the cactus up and to the right. And me going up is going to be a challenge, it would appear. Let's just see what happens when I do this to start. Okay, so it's pushed over there. Oh, I was originally thinking I need to push up this way, but that's not what I need to do. What I need to do is probably push down this way. There we go. I don't see a move counter. One can imagine trying to solve each puzzle in the least number of moves, which could just be like an extra bonus objective or something. I don't see that going on here, though. So I guess we just won't worry about it. If I want to push that to the right, can I just do this? No, because I can't push my whole body to the right. Got it. So if I restart and give my body a little crinkle, oops, so that I have room to push my whole cactus spot and everything to the... I guess it's pushing to the left, really. I'm moving to the right and pushing my whole body to the left. You saw what I did there. Alright. So far things have been relatively straightforward. This guy's on one grid but not on another. So this is something else new once again. I presume I could do... No, I can't do that because of the same reason. Got it. But having seen that problem, we can just solve it kind of the same way we did last time, which is by putting a little crinkle in our body before we try to push it. It's hard for me to foresee those things, but I also think in terms of watching, it's useful to see the mistake happen on screen rather than try to describe it with words in my voice. My cactus pot, it doesn't look like it's going to be capable of moving left or right here. So I'm not immediately clear as to how I'm going to do this. It's like an obvious thing to try would be this, but I can't. So, is there a mechanic? If I try to go down, nothing happens. Left or right? It's got a cute animation for just a tiny little cactus with like 2 dot eyes. Is it possible to move the target? This is something I've never tried. I can't move to this direction though. Right, the little blushing animation. It seems like that happens when you push against a wall that's outside the grid. If I push against a wall that's inside the grid, it will try to push and then realize it's going to bump up against something. So that's a little bit of a distinguishing feature. But it feels almost like I need to somehow pull my cactus plant out. There was an X button. It doesn't seem to do anything yet. Oh, I think I just figured something out. I can do this. And now my cactus pot is out. Okay. Starting to get a sense of new moves that are going to make things doable. Alright. So if I were to do this... There we go. I have done it. Hooray. Alright, so I was just utilizing the existing moves, but thinking a little bit outside of the box in order to move my cactus pot. I'm going to need to move, I can see here, I'm going to need to move my cactus pot down in order to be able to push twice to the left. So let's try to get my cactus pot moving down first. And then I can push like this. There we go. Alright, I actually saw that one beforehand. What do we have in level 7? I'll probably, I don't know how many puzzles there are, break these up into like half-hour kind of episodes. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. Looks like I'm gonna need to lift my cactus pot, probably. This one seems more challenging. Here's kind of like my first instinct, is to do this so that then I'll be able to push the other cactus way around. But now it's up too high, and that could turn into a problem. Also, I can't push against the... Ooh, I can't push against those. So the only things that I could push against are things like this. Interesting. But I can totally do that. And so if I'd gone around the cactus and been pulling it already, maybe something would be good. So yeah, what if I do this? Well, that's the right idea, except for I need to pull myself up first. Yes, that's what I need to do. So pull myself up first, and then push this way. There we go. Okay. This is a weird way of thinking about things, but so far it's relatively agreeing with me, I would say. Let's move on to level 8. Oh my goodness. We're in perhaps a new zone because we're on a new level select screen, but now we have 2 cacti to move at once. One of them needs to move down once, one of them needs to move down twice. I presume... Well, let's not presume. Let's imagine, perhaps, that we can only need to get them there eventually. So there's that one there eventually, and there's that one there eventually? No. So it does seem like they both need to arrive at the same moment. Alright. So then I can just do this. Oops. In order... Oops. So that when I pull them both down at the same time, and that does solve the puzzle. Alright. So we're learning about the rules of the game when there's multiple cacti. Fair enough. Looks like I need to push this one over and then pull them both up. Okay. My first instinct is not very good. Alright. So here's a way to push that one over. But... Alright, I think I see a problem and a possible solution. What if I do this? Now I still can push my whole body upwards by doing this. Yes. Neat. Okay. Very hard to articulate all the thoughts that are going into my head here. I am going to eventually need to move my body, and therefore the cactuses I am trapping, down one, but this one I could just push there immediately and let it stay there. So if I were to do that, can I move my body down one by doing this? No, because I got caught there. Oh, interesting. However, if I had chosen to do this first, I could do that. Can I move to the right and push myself this way? I cannot. Can I move to the left and push my body out of the way, but it's still in the way? Interesting. So the constraint here seems to be if we make this first move, then later on we won't be able to get the leverage. Ah, but I pushed myself out of the way by accident, by pushing one farther to the left. Let's actually redo that level, just to make it clear what happened there. So previously I tried to do this, and I can't push myself down because I'm still in the way there. And so this time I pushed one more to the left by accident. And now I'm out of the way that I can actually push down this way, and that's how you win the level. Alright. Great. Level 11. We have one on the grid that I could push, just like so, and one between the grid that I would need to leverage, but I've already missed my ability to push against the greenery down there, because I'm in my own way. So it seems like I probably need to do a greenery push before I push that other guy, which does seem possible. So I think I could do something like that to push him there, and then this to push the other guy there. Alright, so order of operations kind of thing going on in that level. So far these have all been pretty amenable to solutions, and it does feel like each level is kind of treading new ground. This looks deceptively simple. And now I see why it's not. Oh! I can destroy the cactus. It's so sad. I can't do that. Okay. What happens? Yeah, nothing good happens there. I don't have immediate thoughts about this one. I think I have an idea. What if I do this, followed by this? Oh, that seems like such a good idea. What am I doing wrong? That can't push because it's outside of the bounds. Right. You can only push against greenery that's inside the grid. So if I want to push left or right, I have to push left or right, or attempt to, in this portion of the greenery, but then I'll always be, So that's not going to work. Can I somehow swap them? I don't think so. What happens if you push two cactuses together? Cactuses are spiny, and one cactus destroys the other cactus. I don't know that that is necessary information for this puzzle, but it is a new game mechanic that we've not yet discovered. And I just realized something, which is I can do this. No, got it. I see it. I see it. I can do this. Push this guy, and then push up to get my pot down into that little thingy-ma-doo at the bottom, and then do this. Alright, took me a while to see that one, but we learned something else new along the way, so I can't be unhappy about that. Level 13. Lucky 13. I think I see a plan. This is not going to work. That's also not the right direction. If I had done this, that would have been closer, but I was in my own way there. Okay, I was trying to do some extra planning at the beginning. Suppose I had just done the simple thing of this. and then try to do the simple thing of this. The problem is my pot's in the way. So how do I get my pot out of the way? If we restart, if I want to move my pot to the left, I could possibly do it like this. But now I still can't push up because now the other portion of my body is going to be in the way. So this still won't work because now I'm bumping up against the left. Is there any chance that I want to... do this one first? I don't think there is. I could almost get out there. Could I have left myself more space to get out there? Let's try that. So suppose I go over... no, even going over 2 steps isn't going to help, is it? Because it's still the case that this corner right here is always going to be in my way. Is that true? Yeah, because I needed to push that in order to push the pot. So, if I go for the left one first, are there other clever moves? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Except now I'm up against the top of the grid. Which means I can't push up now because of that. But what if I had first brought myself back down? Except I needed to do it at a different moment. Maybe. Because now I'm going to push this guy back out of the way in order to get back around. So that doesn't quite work. When I had this guy in the right spots... Suppose I had pushed this guy out of the way. I didn't mean to do one of those moves. Then I still wouldn't be able to do that because I'm still going to run into that over there, bumping up against the leftmost hedge. Okay, this is the first one that's actually giving me a little bit of problems. I appreciate that. So, 2 major strategies. One is to go after this guy first. The other is to go after the left guy first. My intuition tells me I need to go after the left guy first. If I go after, the left guy, the major problem is now I cannot push my body up. Currently for 2 different reasons. One is the pot, the other is my current head. I can eliminate the problem with the pot in a variety of possible ways. This is one of them. Ooh, I could do this. And then I have room. Here we go. I think we got it. No, I'm still in the corner there, right? So now I still have the problem with the hedge. I haven't solved anything. And if I wanted to solve that... I keep trying to push this guy with my head, but I might be able to instead push him with the rest of my body later on. So perhaps that is the key. Maybe what I need to do is just get next to him, solve this guy. Oops, I forgot that I wasn't solving this guy. Maybe what I need to do is get next to him, solve this guy. Maybe what I need to do, oh dear, is get next to him, solve this guy. Sorry. There we go. No. Solve this guy. I'm almost there. I think I see it. Maybe what I need to do is get almost next to him. Maybe what I need to do is get almost next to him. Push to the right so the whole thing gets next to him. Also gives me room to solve this guy. And then, now I can't solve this guy because he's still in there. Can I do this beginning steps differently? Yes. So if I shape myself like this, I push to the right to get my pot out of the way. I push up to get this guy into the place. And I push to the right, and no, that's still not the right shape. I'm I'm getting so close, though. Okay. Is this right? No. I need to go 2 down at the start, it looks like. Can I go 2 down at the start? No. Maybe. Maybe. There. Okay. That was very unintuitive, but I was happy with the process toward the end. That finally got me to a solution. That one makes me nervous about how much the difficulty might ramp up. It does look like that was an optional puzzle. We could do 13 or 14 before moving on to 15. Okay, so it seems like we want to push both of these to the right. So the very naive solution would be to get on the left-hand side of each of them and then try to push my body, oops, in the wrong direction. Right. So if I need to push my body the other direction, the only way to do so is from this spot at the start. But if I push from that spot at the start, I'm out of luck. So I need to get my pot out of the way so that I can push on that later. So step 1 is to get my pot out of the way. Okay, pot's out of the way. Now let's do the naive solution, which is get on the left side of each of these guys, and then push. Cool. That one, for whatever reason, was much easier to me than number 13. And we're still running. Level 15. Interesting. These guys are both in different alcoves. If I try to push with my head, I will be stuck. Therefore, I think I need to push one of these guys with my pot's tail end. So the question is, can I get my pot, for example, up into where my head is now? So if I say, can I get my pot up there, what would I need to do that? Okay, my pot is there now, but the rest of me is the wrong shape to be able to push left a couple of times. So if I want my pot there and the ability to push left a couple of times, that's kind of the right idea, but it doesn't quite work. Also, I don't need to push, I only need to push to the side once. Okay, so there we go. So now, if I push over once that way, oh, my corner thingy, something, something, dark side. So now I can't push because part of my body is there. What if instead... I don't know where I'm going with this yet. That start seemed vaguely plausible. But I think is inevitably not going to work. Okay, what about trying to do a similar type of thing on the other side? I would need the pot kind of coming out of the top of me, so it would be something along... my head is trapped in here, so this is never going to work. Right? Yeah. Is there any way... I can't do something like that. I definitely need... Like, it feels like this is a good first shape if I want to push the topmost guy. But yeah, we're doing exactly the same thing we did before. And there's no current way to move my body in either of these directions now, because we're up against 2 walls. Okay. And if I undo all these moves... Yeah, my head is already trapped in that corner. I don't think anything good happens as a result of this. Yeah, nothing good happens as a result of that. Okay. What if I try to mostly end up over here, but with my pot pushing the top guy? So let's suppose that's my goal. Need to get my top pot up there. But first thing I need to do is move the pot to the right. Yeah, this is not happening. And that's not gonna help anybody do anything. Also, the geometry over here on the right-hand side, once I'm in here, the only direction I could go is further to the right. And there's never anything where further to the right is going to help me as the final move, so it seems like unusual geometry for the puzzle to have over there. I'm not sure exactly what to make of that. It also occurs to me I can move up at the start, which pushes the pot down, and that's probably really important, and I should have noticed that earlier. Is there any chance? No. That's not going to help anything. So if I do that right at the beginning, now the pot's kind of floating there. Alright, here's another observation, I think. I can imagine my head being somewhere in this vicinity. And... no, I'll never be able to push up and down here. When I finally get in here, I could... okay, here's something interesting. Here we go, here we go. So if I did this to start, after pushing this guy... no, I still can't push right or left here for the same reasons. Because my body is all in there. So I believe the observation I am making is, if I push this cactus last, there's nothing else I could do. So I must have already gotten the other cactus done. Because I can't push this way, I can't push this way. That would destroy the cactus. And I can't go back up. Is the same true over here? After pushing this guy, I can't go right, I can't go up, I can't go down, I can't go left. Yes. So it is the case that we have to have already pushed one of the cactus into the place before we push the other one with our head. And given the shape of things, I think that means we have to push it with the pot, because the pot tail is the only thing that could possibly get in there. And so how do I get my pot into either of those locations? That is the problem that I have no idea how to answer. Okay, I lied. I almost got my pot in there. So if I'd gone... I can't go right to it to start, though, because that traps me. Yeah, that seems to be as close as I can get to getting my pot over there. So that's not helpful. And if I try to get my pot up near the top one, we tried this at the beginning. That doesn't quite do it. That did do it. However, it did it in a shape where I can no longer push all of my body to the right by pushing against the left edge, because we are up against multiple walls. Is it possible to drag my pot to the left in the open space near the beginning of the puzzle, and then do something different after that. Kind of yes and no. Like, it's not going anywhere useful here, and I'm kind of in the way. Could I have instead dragged it around like this? We didn't go far enough down. I think I tried this way back at the beginning. And then we had this problem. The moveset here... Oh, wait a minute. Right, I remember this problem. The moveset here, I was starting to say, is sufficiently finite. What if I push that up later? Can I push that up later? Almost. I can almost do this. If I could do this, then I'd be able to go here, push to the left, and push this guy down. So we're pretty close. But yeah, it almost feels like you could kind of like brute force this puzzle almost. And if I do that, I would be able to put... I've done it! I would be able to push that guy. And now I can do this. Oh my goodness. Alright. That final puzzle took, I think, like 10 of the 30 minutes. That seems like a good place to stop. This seems pretty interesting. I hope that you're enjoying it. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day. And I will see you again soon with more Room to Grow. For now, bye-bye.